Stoicism. You might picture ancient Romans, marble pillars, or dusty scrolls. But forget the history lesson for a moment. Think of Stoicism not as a philosophy to study, but as a practical toolkit for navigating the modern world. We live in a time of constant noise, relentless demands, and unpredictable chaos. The rush of the modern city, the endless notifications, the pressure to perform, it can feel overwhelming. Stoicism offers a powerful mindset designed precisely for these challenges. It's a system for finding clarity, maintaining calm, and acting with purpose, even when everything around you feels out of control. The first and perhaps most fundamental Stoic practice is mastering the pause. It's the simple yet profound act of creating space between an event and your reaction to it. Think about how often we react instantly to an annoying email, a frustrating comment, a sudden setback. These impulsive reactions are often driven by emotion, not wisdom. The Stoics understood the power of this moment. As Epictetus wisely put it, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This applies not just to conversation, but to processing life itself. A Stoic leader doesn't just react, they respond. They take a breath, observe the situation without immediate judgment, and choose their action intentionally. Practicing the pause is the first step towards reclaiming your agency. It allows you to move from being a slave to your impulses to being the master of your responses. Imagine you receive a fiery text message that makes your blood boil. Your first instinct is to fire back immediately. The Stoic pause is that moment you stop, breathe, and decide how you choose to respond, rather than just letting your anger type it for you. This simple pause is the birthplace of wisdom. This principle is the bedrock of Stoic philosophy and incredibly liberating. The Stoics taught that everything in life can be divided into 2 categories: things we can control and things we cannot control. What can we control? Our thoughts, our judgments, our desires, our aversions, and our actions, essentially, our inner world and our responses. What can we not control? Almost everything else. Other people's opinions, the weather, the past, the future, external events, traffic. The key insight is this: most of our suffering comes from trying to control things that are not within our power. We worry about outcomes, fret over what others think, or get angry about circumstances we cannot change. The Stoic practice is to focus your energy, effort, and attention only on what you can control. Your attitude in traffic is 100% controllable. The traffic itself is not. Your effort in a project is controllable. The final result, or how it's received, is not. By consistently applying this dichotomy, you dramatically reduce stress and anxiety. You stop wasting precious energy on the uncontrollable and direct it towards where it can actually make a difference: your own mind and actions. This concept doesn't just transform your mindset. It transforms your life by focusing your effort where it truly matters. Journaling might seem like a simple habit, but for the Stoics it was a vital tool for self-reflection, clarity, and personal evolution. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote his Meditations not for publication, but as a personal journal to guide himself. His writings were a daily practice of examining his thoughts, reminding himself of Stoic principles, and preparing for the day ahead or reflecting on the day past. It wasn't about crafting beautiful prose, it was about achieving clarity and self-awareness. Your Stoic journal doesn't need to be a literary masterpiece. It's a conversation with yourself. Ask direct, probing questions. What triggered me today? Why did that situation bother me? What Stoic principle could I have applied better? What did I do well today that aligns with my values? What challenges did I face? And how did I respond? What would I do differently next time? This daily or regular practice forces you to confront your judgments, understand your reactions, and track your progress. It's a method for continuous self-improvement, a way to course correct and ensure you are living in accordance with your values. Journaling like a Stoic is actively participating in your own personal evolution. This principle might sound counterintuitive, even morbid, but it is incredibly powerful for cultivating gratitude and resilience. Negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, as Seneca called it, the premeditation of evils, involves deliberately contemplating the loss of things you hold dear and often take for granted. Imagine losing your health. Imagine losing your job. Imagine losing a cherished possession. Imagine losing someone you love. This isn't about dwelling in negativity, it's a mental exercise. By contemplating these potential hardships, you achieve two critical things. First, you cultivate a profound appreciation for what you have right now. The health you possess today, the job you have, the people in your life, these are not guaranteed. Recognizing their impermanence makes you cherish the present moment more deeply. Second, you mentally prepare yourself for potential adversity. If you've already considered the possibility of losing something, the actual loss, should it occur, will be less of a shock. You build mental resilience by confronting potential difficulties in advance. This practice trains your mind to be less complacent and more appreciative. It's a powerful antidote to taking things for granted and a way to build inner strength by preparing for the worst, thereby making the present moment feel like a gift. In a results-driven world, this Stoic principle is particularly challenging but essential for inner peace. The Stoics taught that while we have control over our effort and our actions, we do not have control over the outcomes of those actions. You can prepare diligently for a presentation, but you cannot control how the audience will receive it. You can put your best effort into a project, but you cannot control market conditions or your boss's final decision. Focusing excessively on outcomes leads to anxiety, frustration, and disappointment. When your happiness is tied to external results that you don't fully control, you are setting yourself up for emotional turmoil. The Stoic approach is to focus solely on doing your part, on putting in the right effort, on acting with virtue and intention. Do the work because it is the right thing to do, because it aligns with your values, because it is within your control. Let go of the need for external validation, applause, or specific results. Your worth and your peace come from your effort and your character, not from the outcome. As the Stoic teaching goes, do your job and let the rest go. Focus on the process, on your effort, and find contentment in doing your best, regardless of the result. Life will inevitably present you with difficult people and challenging interactions. You will face criticism, insults, unfairness, and opposition. In these moments, the natural impulse is often to react defensively, with anger, or to strike back from a place of ego. The Stoic path is different. It calls you to respond with virtue, with character, even when others are not. Marcus Aurelius offered timeless advice. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. When someone is acting small, driven by ego, insecurity, or malice, the Stoic response is to remain big. To respond with patience, understanding, where possible, and unwavering adherence to your own principles of justice, wisdom, courage, and temperance. This is not about being a doormat. It's about choosing not to be dragged down to their level. It's about maintaining your inner integrity and dignity regardless of external provocation. Leading with character means choosing grace over retaliation, understanding over judgment, and inner strength over outward aggression. It's a powerful demonstration of self-mastery, proving that your actions are guided by your values, not dictated by the negative behavior of others. Choose to respond with virtue, not ego. Stoicism is often mistakenly seen as a passive philosophy, one of resignation. This couldn't be further from the truth. A core tenet of Stoicism is living in accordance with nature and reason, which includes actively engaging with the world and fulfilling your potential. A Stoic life is not about drifting along, letting life happen to you. It is about consciously choosing your path, defining who you want to be, and then acting deliberately to become that person. Epictetus urged, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This is a call to intentional living. Identify your values, understand your role in the world, and act with purpose in everything you do. Whether it's your work, your relationships, or your personal growth, approach it with conscious effort and direction. You are not meant to just coast through life. You are equipped with reason and the capacity for virtue. You are meant to lead yourself, to lead in your work, to lead in your community, by example and by action. Start acting today like the person you define yourself to be. Live with intention, pursue meaningful goals aligned with your values, and engage actively with the world around you. Live with purpose, not passivity. Stoicism is not an abstract academic subject. It is a philosophy designed for the arena of life. It is meant to be practiced, applied, and lived every single day. The power of Stoicism lies in its actionable principles. Master the pause to choose your response. Use the dichotomy of control to focus your energy wisely. Journal for clarity and self-awareness. Practice negative visualization to cultivate gratitude and resilience. Detach from outcomes to find peace in your effort. Respond with virtue to maintain your integrity. Live with purpose to guide your actions. These are not just ideas, they are tools. Tools for training your mind, for building emotional resilience, and for navigating the complexities of modern life with greater wisdom and calm. Leading with wisdom isn't about having all the answers. It's about training your response to what you don't control. It's about living with intention and purpose, guided by your inner compass. You don't need a philosophy degree to be a practicing Stoic. You need discipline and a commitment to training your mind. Start small, practice consistently, and you will begin to see the transformation. Stay Stoic in Hassadai the Stoic leadership.